Honorable Ombudsman, senior government officials present, members of the diplomatic corps, UN colleagues, panelists, students, the members of the press, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to congratulate you for the peaceful elections that just happened in Seychelles. This is a demonstration of a very mature democracy, in fact, a good example to the rest of Africa. As you know, for the Sustainable Development Goals, democracy and governance is one of the strong pillars. And what just happened in Seychelles is another demonstration that the country itself is really moving in the right trajectory. So congratulations. Celebrating the UN 75th anniversary is a very important milestone. In fact, it's a very important moment when we remind ourselves of all these principles that we have seen over the last 75 years. The UN was established to promote peace and prosperity, and it's a moment to check and see where we are, accelerate if we have to be, and in fact, as we know, this is 10 years to 2030, 2020 to 2030 is 10 years, so it's a moment to accelerate action. So UN 75th anniversary is a time for us to remind ourselves of our homework or our responsibility as humanity. The UN partnership with Seychelles has grown from strength to strength. It is demonstrated by the partnership that we just signed, 2019, which goes from 2019 to 2023. I would like to also note that quite a number of UN agencies are supporting the country. And here we know that some of them have a presence in the country. For example, WHO already have a fully fledged office with a WHO representative working on health and who has just been supporting on COVID preparedness and response. We have UNDP supporting on inclusive development, environment protection, and climate change. We have UNODC that is helping on crime prevention and drug abuse. We also have FAO, which works closely with IOTC on matters of conservation and optimizing the utilization of tuna stocks and encouraging sustainable development in fisheries. We have agencies that are not resident in Seychelles but that have programs in the country. And these include UNESCO, that work a lot on education and culture, IAEA, which is the International Agency on Energy, which supports increased productivity. We also have International Labour Organization, International Organization for Migration on migration issues. We have the UN Office for Human Rights. We also have UNAIDS, the UN Economic Commission for Africa, UNEP, the United Nations Environment Programme, UNFPA, UN Habitat, UNICEF, which runs a regional program, UNIDO, UN Women, and UNWTO working on tourism. I'd like also to inform you that since the UN reform, there is an independent resident coordinator's office. And in the context of the multi-country offices, happy to note also that the UN Resident Coordinator's Office now has a liaison office in Seychelles. And I'm sure most of you have already met Alexandra. I would rather really now call on all of you to work closely with him and support him as he gets grounded in his work. The UN Partnership Framework, as I mentioned earlier, is helping the country to focus on a number of things. One of them is economic transformation, then environmental sustainability and resilience, human capital development and quality of life, data development, science, technology, and innovation, to mention a few. But as we know, 2020 has been a tough year due to COVID-19. And here we want to really mention that a number of agencies have had to reprogram their funds to focus on supporting the country to deal with the pandemic. We want to congratulate Seychelles for having managed to contain COVID-19 and has done well in ensuring that the country follows all the protocols and all the guidelines that are the global guidelines that have been given by WHO. Other agencies also have supported, including UNODC, IAEA, and UNDP, to mention a few, but also UNESCO on e-learning. It's very important to also note that Seychelles is on track with the SDGs. Recently, in fact, early this year, the country presented its voluntary national report on the Sustainable Development Goals. It was important to note that the country is really on focus, and the leadership of the country notices that the SDGs are our common future. They unite us, and COVID has shown it beautifully that partnership in dealing with all the challenges is the key factor. So in implementing the SDGs, the country also needs to continue focusing on partnerships. The theme for this year's celebrations for the 75th anniversary of the UN is Building the Future Together. On this note, I would like to really focus on the youth. The reason that the theme is the way it is because the Secretary General has called on everybody to rally the youth to action. The youth are the ones who are going to ensure that we have a good future. Therefore, they have to be involved now. Leadership is now. We would like to thank Seychelles for really promoting the youth agenda, and demonstrated by the fact that we are celebrating this day in a university where the young people are in charge. This also goes to demonstrate that the fresh brains and the young people of the country are being involved, and they are holding the torch to lead us to a good future. I would like to congratulate everybody for a very good day and wish you all the best. I really want to thank the university for partnering with the UN to make this day what it is, to make sure that the symposium is well organized. I want also to thank all the panelists, to thank our UN colleagues, to thank all of you present, the diplomatic corps, and everyone who has worked behind the scenes to make this one a success. Once again, happy birthday to all of you. The UN belongs to all of us. The UN is you, and the UN is for you. And so we wish you a very good day, everyone. Thank you so much.